Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody. Everybody's putting in the chat where they're from and how many kids they have. My name is Andrea Larson. I am a mom of 4, and I'm also a nurse practitioner. I'm trained in family medicine, but yes, Brett, people can see the screen. Thank you. Looks good. I'm trained in family medicine, but I practice in cardiology. So I see primarily adults, but still maintain my family nurse practitioner board. So this is Moms and Essential Oils. And I'm so grateful that you guys have joined us this evening. Go ahead and switch to the next slide. So everybody has a story to tell. If you already use essential oils or have never used them and just are interested in learning more, there's a reason that you're here. I graduated from Creighton with my nurse practitioner degree about 5 years ago. And when I graduated, I passed my boards. I felt very confident in my ability to keep people healthy because I knew all the guidelines. And what I couldn't figure out was why I couldn't keep my own 2 kids healthy. At that time, we had 2 children. My daughter had to have her tonsils out because she had strep throat 10 times in 1 calendar year. And even though we treated it with antibiotics, it just never went away. And then our second son, Bryce, he had an ear infection for 6 months, and he ended up with tubes and getting his adenoids taken out. And even after he had his tubes put in, he was better, but he was still sick constantly. And I was extremely frustrated. I felt like all of my medical training was failing me because I couldn't get my kids healthy. And, I still felt like I was doing the right thing because they were on the right meds and I was taking them to the doctor. And, but the medicines didn't seem to change anything. And, thankfully, one of my best friend from college, Kristen Tigas, she was using these things called essential oils. And, I thought it was a total scam. I didn't think it was a legitimate thing at all. But we were so desperate to find a solution to help Bryce sleep at night that I reached out to her and asked her, do you have anything that would maybe help him sleep? And I had no idea that those few drops of lavender essential oil that Kristen would share with me would really completely change my life and completely change the way that I view health and wellness and view preventative health and wellness, not just reactive, but doing things to help your kids stay healthy and get healthy and not just manage the stuff. I saw a statistic. There's been a bunch of stats that have come out here recently. The rates of autism have gone up 50% since 2017. So in 5 years, the rates of autism have increased by 50%. And it's estimated that 1 in 4 children in the United States take a medication daily, a prescription medication daily. And 93% of Americans are considered to be cardiometabolically unhealthy. And that includes our children population. Those statistics are just staggering for me as a mom. And when I really think back on just our journey, if I would have listened to, and granted, I'm a nurse practitioner, so I felt a little bit more comfortable saying, no, we're not going to do that. But if I would have listened to what the nurse practitioner or the pediatrician was telling me, just a second, if everybody could just mute themselves, that would be helpful, just so we can here on the recording. Anyway, if I would have listened to what, our pediatrician was telling me, Bryce would be taking 3 medications every day. And I wanted to know why is this happening? Why is he sick all the time? Why can't we get healthy? And so it's just been this growing curve for me, learning this whole new way of thinking about things. And I just want to share a few of my basic tips with you guys tonight on some of the things that we do on a regular basis in our home to support our children, to help them stay healthy. I want to talk through just a few of my favorite essential oils that we use regularly, and then how some recipes and some roller bottles. Okay, so I really believe that every single mom should have essential oils in their home for really some specific reasons. It's a great way to safely support the healthy sleep habits of your children. The Google searches for melatonin or for help with sleep have increased by over 70% in the last 2 years. And the sale of melatonin has increased by 80% in the last 2 years. And it is very scary to think about all the kids that are getting these substances that are marketed as natural, but actually can have very significant long-term side effects to the chemicals released in their brain to help them sleep. Essential oils are also a great way to support a healthy immune system. It's a great way to support a chemical-free home, or to have a chemical-free home. Getting rid of toxic cleaning products, getting rid of artificial fragrance, all of these things that can really damage not only our children's respiratory systems, but can have a significant effect on their healthy hormone development. They're a great way to support emotional well-being. The rates of depression in our kids is going up, the anxiety, all these things. Essential oils are a really great way to help kids navigate those emotions and learn how to support themselves at an early age. And then, of course, for mom, it's a great way you can use them to increase your own energy naturally without the coffee pot, without the energy drinks, without the stimulants, and also a great way to help us manage our stress, because being a mom is not easy. I think moms are the hardest working people on the planet, because especially if, even if you don't work outside of the home, being a mom is a full-time job, and it's the most amazing work that we will do, raising these tiny little humans, but it can be stressful. And when we manage our own stress well and create an environment in our home where our children will look back and remember the good things and not the bad things, I think that is a mark of a successful parent. Okay, so when we look at kids and oils, my motto really is be cautious but not fearful. So kids' skin is different than adult skin because it's thinner and generally more sensitive. So it's a really great idea to use the diluting oils with your essential oils. A good carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil, or jojoba oil, or rosehip oil, or even just olive oil. When we apply essential oils to children, you can get all of the same awesome benefits from the oils. You just are pampering their delicate skin and protecting them, helping them get the maximum benefit from that oil. So the younger the child is, so like you can use essential oils on infants, but the rule should always be less is more, especially when we're talking about doTERRA's essential oils. So doTERRA, there's lots of places that you can get essential oils from. You can get them from other companies. You can get them at Walgreens. They're in the aisle at Aldi's. But doTERRA through some independent research, through some pharmaceutical groups or oversight groups in the United States, they have done some quality control checks on the consistency and the purity of over 30 different essential oil brands, and brands that, you know, are actually very popular and are marketed as being 100% pure. doTERRA is the only brand globally that is pharmaceutical grade. That means, what pharmaceutical grade means, every time you use the oil or use the product, you'll get a consistent result, and you're using a product that is consistently produced. Okay. So we want to be using the purest, the highest quality essential oils on our children so they get all of the benefits from the products, and we would avoid any potential harm that we could maybe cause them. So with babies, we really only need 1, maybe 2 drops of essential oils. Our feet are a really great place to apply essential oils because there's big pores down there, so they absorb a lot of oil, and the skin down there isn't very sensitive. So when you are using essential oils on a baby, you really only want to use 1 drop of oil to maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of a carrier oil. For toddlers, you can use maybe 3 to 5 drops. And then for kids ages 6 and above, you can do 6 to 10 drops. Okay. My pro tip for you here is really consistency is key. Our body recognizes essential oils because they're plants. Plants are biochemical products. Our body is made up of the same carbon molecules that plants are made up of. So when our body is exposed to essential oils, our body recognizes these molecules and knows what to do with them right away. But because of that, our body uses them quickly, and so they're out of our system after about 4 or 5 hours. So when we're using them consistently on our kids, that's really when we start to see the magic. I remember one of my children had some athlete's foot on one of his toes. I think we probably picked up from a swimming pool at a hotel. And I consistently put tea tree essential oil, which is really great for antifungal, antibacterial, antiviral stuff, especially on skin. I put tea tree on his little toe daily, maybe even twice daily for about 8 weeks. And after, 4 weeks, I was even starting to wonder, okay, is this helping? I couldn't really tell. It looked better. But really after the 8-week mark, all of a sudden his toe completely cleared up and the athlete's foot was gone. So sometimes the magic is in the consistency and not in just the immediate use of the product. For consistency, we do things like apply essential oils on our children every night before they go to bed. Or you could do something like put your oils on your diaper changing table so that with every diaper change, you're putting a little bit of a tummy oil to help support their digestive system, or a little bit of an immune supporting oil on to help support a healthy immune system. Finding ways to implement these products into the daily rhythms you already have is how you'll be most successful. Okay. And then at the bottom there, it just says again, really, you should only use essential oils from a company you can trust. doTERRA is the only medical grade essential oil company globally, and doTERRA really leads the way in safety standards. So there are some other really great resources that I love that you can learn more about the science behind oils, or really even the safety. The Modern Essentials book is one of my favorites because it actually has the research articles from pubmed.gov right there. So I can go look it up and read the research article for myself. The source2you.com website is where doTERRA actually publishes the results of all of the testing they do on all of their essential oils before they sell them to me. Dr. Boyd Truman's Symphony of Cells book. I'll show you a couple protocols at the end that I really love. And then Oil Magic. That book has so many great tips and recipes. That's one of my favorites. Okay, so how can I use essential oils on my children? So essential oils are pure, volatile, liquid extracts that are either steam distilled or cold pressed from plants. They have therapeutic properties that support wellness and soothe many concerns. They are 100% derived from plants with no additional additives, preservatives, or ingredients. So the first way we can use oils with children is aromatically or through their sense of smell. So we can diffuse oils to help purify the air and fight airborne germs. We can use essential oils in the air to help support their respiratory system, to open up airways or calm a cough. We can use them to promote restful sleep. And this is why I started using oils, and I was amazed how well that they worked just by placing a diffuser by my kids' bed at night. And then a couple of my favorite recipes, and I'm going to share a lot more recipes as we go here. The Asleep in No Time. So 2 drops of lavender, 2 drops of serenity, and 2 drops of cedarwood. Those are all some really great sleep essential oils. And they help your kids smell that it's bedtime. Their brain recognizes, oh, it's time for me to go to sleep at night. And your kids are sleeping, falling asleep faster, and sleeping more soundly through the night. The second way we can use oils on our kids is topically, and this is putting it right on their skin. So we want to make sure that we're diluting the essential oils to pamper their sensitive skin so they get all of the benefits from the oils. You can support a healthy immune system by putting immune supporting oils on the bottoms of their feet or on their spine. That actually activates your lymph system, which is kind of like your body's garbage disposal system. Your lymph system helps flush out the junk that your body's processing and trying to get rid of. It helps. Topically, you can use it to quiet minds before bedtime, or even quiet minds when it's time to focus for homework time. Calming irritated skin, like helping a teenager with acne, helping a little one with a scraped knee, or soothing a rash or a bug bite. And then, of course, probably most commonly for us right now is easing digestive upset. I remember always feeling so helpless when my kids had the stomach flu, and there was literally nothing that I could do to relieve their pain, other than just hold them and get ready for the next round of puke with the bucket. I love that I can use essential oils now, not only to help my child feel better, but basically to relieve their symptoms so they can go back to playing and being their happy, normal selves. And then soothing achy muscles. Our 7-year-old's having a lot of growing pains right now. And we love that we can use essential oils to help with those growing pains rather than turning immediately to Tylenol or ibuprofen to relieve those discomfort symptoms. So there's an immune support recipe there that you can put on your feet or spine. This is in a roller bottle. So a roller bottle, you can get them on Amazon or from doTERRA. It's a 10 milliliter roller bottle. And in that roller bottle, you put 1 drop of each of those oils and then fill the rest of the way up with fractionated coconut oil. Or you could just put some coconut oil in the palm of your hand and put 1 drop of each of those oils in your hand, rub your hands together and give your child a back rub that up and down their spine, rub the bottom of their feet. Not only is the essential oil very powerful, but that touch connection is so powerful for our children as well. And then the third way we can use oils with our kids, and this only applies for doTERRA oils because of their safety and purity standards. And I would also recommend, I do use a tiny bit of oil for my children under the age of 2, but generally speaking, we should not use essential oils internally unless the child is 2 years old or older. But you can use them to soothe an upset tummy with DigestZen tablets. DigestZen is doTERRA's amazing digestive blend, and it comes in like a Tums chewable tablet. And if one of my kiddos is just not feeling well, I'll break that tablet in half or even maybe into quarters, and they just chew that up, and within minutes they're feeling better. I just love that I can support them that way. You can promote rehydrating on a hot summer day by adding citrus oils to your water. So 1 drop of lemon in a glass of water is a great way to add awesome flavor, help support the digestion, but it helps your kids want to drink more water too. Grapefruit and lime and wild orange, all of the citrus oils are really fun ways to let your kid kind of personalize their beverage without adding preservatives, dyes, and sugars to their water. And then you can make fun summer treats too. You can actually cook with essential oils. You could make some homemade popsicles and add flavor with citrus oils. Or a great way to use oils internally too is to support that immune system again, with On Guard soft gels or beadlets. And these are just little tiny soft gels that have essential oils in them that are actually really easy to swallow. So if one of our kiddos is coming down with something, I can just give them that soft gel or those beadlets, and it's like taking nature's antibiotic. The oils in there just go to work, killing off the crud that they have coming on. Okay, so here are my top 10 essential oils that we use almost weekly for sure, but almost every single day in our home. So number 1 is On Guard. This is doTERRA's immune supporting blend. We use this at night a lot in the diffuser. You can use it to support your immune system. Your immune system is actually most active at night when you're in your rest and recovery phase. So diffusing On Guard next to your child's bed, they're smelling that while they're sleeping. It's a great way to help support their immune system. You can also put, that on their feet and even internally, like we talked about before. Breathe is doTERRA's respiratory blend. We love this for soothing a cough or helping a child open up like a stuffy nose. I know I remember just feeling when Bryce was little, he always had snot running down the front of his face. And I always felt so bad for him that he couldn't breathe. And now we have Breathe essential oil. It helps to break up crud in the lungs, helps to just open up those sinuses and those airways so they can breathe through their nose and they don't have to breathe through their mouth. And we actually really love to diffuse it at night with lavender. Whoops. Right, could you just go through and just click on that person and I didn't get a bite. Just click mute for me. Thanks. Okay, so Breathe is great for respiratory support, and you can use this on your littles. Like if you have an infant that is congested, you can put Breathe on their back. I wouldn't put it on their chest because the vapors just are really intense. I mean, it smells so good. There's eucalyptus in there and peppermint and other things. But you can put it on their back or just diffuse 1 or 2 drops in their room to help support that respiratory system. Frankincense, we use frankincense for everything. There's a say in the oil world, when in doubt, get your frankincense out. So frankincense is just good for cellular health. It's good for your immune system. It's great for supporting a happy, healthy mood. It's great for skin, for managing acne for teenagers. This is an essential oil that we just love in our home. Aroma Touch. This oil is really great for supporting your immune system because of the oils in the blend, but it's also great for growing pains. This is a massage oil. So it's a good oil that would serve lots of different purposes. If you have like growing pains or you just want to give your little one a back rub, if you go to YouTube, you can actually look up something called the Aroma Touch Massage, and it will show you how to do a massage with the Aroma Touch oil on a hand. And I just think that's, like I said, the oils are so powerful, but that touch with our children, that connection is so powerful too. It can help calm them down. It can help you just feel connected with your child, allow for, you know, that one-on-one bonding time. So that's a really special way you can use that essential oil too. Lavender is all things calming. It can help ease an itchy bug bite. It is great for helping heal up a skinned knee. It is also great for supporting sleep at night. Lavender is on the bedside of everybody in our home next to the diffuser because we use it every night in a diffuser to help with sleep. Tea tree is, I shared a little bit about the skin story earlier, but tea tree is great for skin. It's great for cleaning. It's also really powerful for immune support. Lemon, you can add that to water just to make water taste better. It's also a great goo be gone. We put stickers on, like name stickers on our children's shirts at church, and sometimes those go through the wash. And I used to throw those shirts away because they were ruined, right, from that sticker residue. But what you can do is just put a couple drops of lemon right on there and use a toothbrush, and it wipes right off. Lemon has gotten gum off of the seats in our vehicle. It's great for getting, you know, the stickers off the inside windows when, you know, your kids are sticking stuff somewhere they shouldn't be. So lemon is really great as a goo be gone, and it's really great for cleaning. You can also use it to wash your produce. Just fill up a sink with water and add 1 to 3 drops of lemon to the water and soak your grapes in your sink for a few minutes to get that mystery white powder that they always have off of them. Oh, that's a great tip, Michelle. Tea tree is also really great for ears, and I'll share a recipe for that here on the next slide. Digestin, this is that tummy blend that just helps to calm an upset stomach, helps with car sickness. It can relieve constipation, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, acid reflux, or colic for babies. There's so many different ways you can use that. It's also great to help relieve allergy symptoms, to open up the airways, and can be used for headaches as well. Copaiba is an anti-inflammatory essential oil, great for teething babies. You can just rub your finger right on the top of the bottle and then rub your finger right on their gums. It's great for a headache. It's great for calming an anxious child down. It's great for helping kids focus when they go to school. It's also great for growing pains, aches and pains as well. And mama, this one is really great for stress management too. I will put 2 drops of copaiba on my tongue morning and night just to help me stay cool as a cucumber so I don't get worked up about the little things. And then my number 10 oil is actually helichrysum. And this oil isn't in any of the starter kits, but we use this oil all the time in our house because it is otherwise known as the liquid Band-Aid. So if your kiddo has a nosebleed, you can wipe helichrysum just right across the bridge of their nose, and it stops the nosebleed so fast. If you have a scraped knee, it will stop the bleeding. If you have a cut on the top of your eye, it will stop the bleeding. It's also really great for skin stuff, and it's good for your immune system as well. Okay, so here are some of my favorite roller bottle recipes. So the all things skin is tea tree, lavender, and frankincense. And then there's a teething blend there. That's going to be Siberian fir, Roman chamomile, and lavender. And you can just roll this right along the child's jawline. I love how fast it works and how much pain relief it brings. Then the grouchy pants. So this is for the toddler who is throwing the temper tantrum, or the 3-year-old who thinks they're 13, right? 10 of balance and 10 of serenity to help just calm things down. Then the owie ears, so ear infections, basil and tea tree just rolled right around the ear and kind of down the neck. A really great way to actually naturally manage what's going on in the ears. Most ear infections are actually because of viruses as opposed to bacteria, although this blend will fight both the virus and the bacteria. So it's a great way to manage an ear infection without always having to jump right onto antibiotics. Calm the cough. So we have gone to this a lot. You can put this in a roller bottle and roll that over your child's chest, or you can actually just add peppermint and lemon and some On Guard and frankincense to some warm honey. And you can actually give them that blend then to help with cough support as well. This is the Wellness Keeper. What you can do to help keep your kids healthy, and use this like every night on their feet to help prevent illness, or if they're sick, every couple of hours if they're dealing with something actively. The Tummy Tamer, so peppermint and digestin to help ease that digestive upset if they're sick or throwing up or feeling super car sick. And then of course, the Clear Skin for our teenagers, lavender, tea tree, and frankincense. I will just share with you, I have suffered with adult acne for a long time, and essential oils were the first thing that I ever tried that actually cleared up my skin and didn't dry it out, didn't make it super greasy. You can get burns from essential oils that you buy over the counter, like from Walgreens. But if you use high quality medical grade essential oils, they are fantastic for your skin. Lavender helps like calm the redness down and cause the irritation from pustules. Tea tree helps just kill germs, kill all the germs that are causing the breakout in the first place, or causing the plugging, the pores to get plugged up. And then frankincense is so healing for your skin, and it can actually heal acne scars. So that's a really great way to support a teenager's skin. And then here are some of my favorite diffuser recipes. We've got some sleep blends, an odor eliminator. So dirty diapers. I feel like my house smelled like dirty diapers for like 8 years. And that one's great for clearing the air. A head tension. So if you've got a kiddo with a bad headache, this diffuser recipe can be very helpful. Focus and calm, 2 of adaptive and 2 of spearmint. The settle down recipe, so some bergamot and ylang ylang. An energy booster for mom, 2 drops of peppermint and 2 drops of wild orange. Cheerful, a cheerful blend, just happy vibes in the morning when we're getting ready to head out the door. And then a respiratory support blend. I really love Air X. It's a blend of essential oils that really support your respiratory system, and it smells amazing. Supports your respiratory system, but it also supports your immune system. So that's one of my favorites. An immune booster, so 2 drops of On Guard and 2 drops of wild orange. Stop the snot. We use this recipe a lot. 2 equal parts of lemon, tea tree, and lemongrass. So amazing. Your kids will go to bed with a snotty nose and they will wake up completely clear. Like they will all of a sudden get everything out of there. It's so great. And of course, the Flu Be Gone, Purify, Lemongrass, Green Mandarin, and Melissa. So this is like a big gun for getting rid of some big time germs if your kids are sick. And then homework time. This is great for helping support, excuse me, focus and calm when it's time to get some homework done. And then Fruity Pebbles. I just think this is fun. Grapefruit, lemon, and bergamot. Okay, so I mentioned briefly the Symphony of Cells. So these are just oil back rubs that you can do on your kids just to support their general health. So we've got the basic protocol, the intro protocol, and the intro number 2 protocol. And you just put one oil on, put the next oil on, and you just layer them on their spine. It's a really powerful way to address really specific health concerns, or just support basic health and wellness, or connect with your kids on a deeper level. Okay, so this is our daily routine. So our kids take the A to Z chewable multivitamin from doTERRA. This is a whole food multivitamin and an inflammation reducer, kind of all in one. So for younger kids, younger than 4, they can have one of those chewables a day. But for kids 4 to 12, they can have 2. And then older kids can actually take the adult lifelong vitality and just take 2 of each of those as they get older and can swallow tablets. Those pink or those, green little pixie sticks are doTERRA's probiotic. So there was a really interesting study done in the school system in New York City that showed kids, and they did this throughout the entire school year, kids that took a probiotic every day were 70% less likely to need an antibiotic throughout the course of their school, throughout the course of the school year. So we love PB Assist Junior. It's like a pixie stick. So you can just rip off the top and the kids can take it like a pixie stick. It's really sweet. There's no sugar in it, but it's got 6 billion CFUs. So it's got a lot of probiotics in there. And it's a really great way to support your kids' digestion and their immune system. And then these are a couple of the doTERRA kids line roller bottles. Calmer is their lavender blend for sleeping and calming down at night. And then the stronger roller bottle is the kids version of On Guard. It's their kids immune support blend. These are really great, especially if you have littler kids, because they are pre-diluted. So they already have the right amount of carrier oil in them to be safe for even infants. And then the IQ Mega, that's doTERRA's omega or fish oil complex. So kids are in general very deficient in omegas. We don't get them from the food that we eat, and our body does not make omegas naturally. So kids that have a hard time focusing or just health in general, for our cardiovascular health and our brain health and our eyes, all these sorts of things, getting a high quality omega every day is a really great way to support healthy habits. Okay, and here's just a couple of my favorite cleaning recipes. So one of the ways that I didn't realize I was making my own children sick was by exposing them constantly to toxic cleaning products and artificial fragrance, whether that was my wallflowers or my wax melts. It's estimated that the air inside of our home is 8 times more toxic than the air outside. And, we get worried about pollution outside, but just the air inside of our home is making our kids sick. And one of the most important ways that we can clean up the air in our home is by getting rid of toxic cleaning products and swapping them out for things that are much safer, that do a great job cleaning, but have side benefits that also are safe for our kids and can support our kids' healthy hormones, healthy immune function. So there's a website. If you're not sure if what you're using is safe, like for example, I used Dreft for my babies because I thought, oh, that's much gentler than regular Tide or whatever it was I was using for laundry detergent, because it's for babies and it's recommended by pediatricians. Well, I went to this website called the Environmental Working Group. EWG is what it stands for. And you can look up the products you're using and find out what safety grade that they get. And I didn't even realize Dreft gets an F. It's so dangerous. It can cause respiratory issues. It can affect mental developmental issues. It's very, very dangerous. And that's what, we're pushing that should be used with our babies. So instead, I have a recipe there for my DIY liquid laundry soap. So you get a 32-ounce glass pump jar just off Amazon, and you can fill it half full with the On Guard liquid laundry detergent, and then 3 to 5 caps of the On Guard cleaner concentrate, and then 10 to 15 drops of lemon oil, which actually helps with extra grease fighting. And then you can add a cup of vinegar in there if you want to for some extra umph. I have boys, so I add the vinegar because we always need extra umph with our laundry. And then you just fill the rest up with water. And then you can put, 5 to 8 pumps in with a laundry load and just kind of feel out how much you need to get your clothes clean, but you don't need very much at all. We love this laundry soap recipe at our home. Then there's a tub, tile, and toilet cleaner that is baking soda and cast iron soap. You can get Dr. Bronner's liquid cast iron soap off of Amazon or at Costco and use it. This is so inexpensive to make these DIYs, and they clean really, really well. And then you add your own essential oils like doTERRA's new Abode line. And then you can make an all-purpose spray as well that you can use for wiping off your countertops or doing your floors or wiping off your kitchen counter, or even just spray this inside your toilet and wipe out the inside of your toilet instead of using, the Clorox bleach and things like that. Oh, I forgot to mention. Yeah. So actually, if your kid has something on their skin, the leading like back acne or anything like that, the leading cause of skin irritation is actually laundry detergent. Even if you think you're using a safe one, it's probably what's causing your skin irritation. Okay. So switch slides for me, Brent, or is that it? Perfect. So if you have an account with doTERRA, you get these products ordered so you can start making your own stuff. You can get on the loyalty rewards program, which offers free shipping. You get points back every month. So instead of buying my stuff at Target like I used to, now I just get this stuff from doTERRA, and it's the same cost. I get free shipping and I get points back, so I get stuff for free, which is really great. If you do not have an account, but you want to start getting some of this stuff, then you can go to doTERRA.com and click create an account, and it will have you pick one of the enrollment kits, which is just a starter collection of essential oils. And I would recommend getting like the home essential kit. It has most of the essential oils that, has most of the essential oils that we talked about tonight. So you can really get started making some of the stuff on your own. And with that starter collection, you'll actually get a wholesale account, which just means that it's like having a Sam's Club or a Costco account. You always get 25% off. And you can enjoy some of the amazing benefits that these essential oils can bring into your home as you mother your sweet babies. Does anybody have any questions before we head out for the night? Thanks so much for joining. I love sharing this kind of stuff. I'll look at the chat here a second. Awesome. Yeah, there's an app too. The EWG has an app, so you can actually scan the barcodes on your products and it will tell you what letter grade, if it gets an A or if it gets an F. And if it gets a C, D, or F, probably just throw it out and find something to swap it out with right away. So, okay, well, have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.